Hello friends, welcome back. This is Amit from Magnet, and today I am going to show you a very exciting tutorial. So first take a look what we are going to create. That is so exciting. So in this tutorial I am going to show you how to set up the entire scene, and in this video the plane crashes and the magic is the camera movement as well as the camera shake and those fireworks, those smoke trails and those pyro smoke trails. Everything is look nice. So without wasting any time, let's get started. So for that gonna be a very long tutorial, so I am going little fast, so stay tuned. So first we create a new composition, that is new composition, everything look nice and hit OK. And now create a solid and hit OK and go to the go over the effect and preset and select element, scene setup, and we need a plane. So for this I am using jet stack, that is from Videocopilot, and going over here and select the jumbo jet here. Okay, so now we change some material here. So go to the body material channel here, change it to standard to physical, and then increase the reflectivity little bit. Okay, and go to the glass as well and change it to physical and increase the reflectivity to 100% and glossiness down to maybe 61. Okay, so now we change the environment. So go to the environment tab there, click on that, and I am using the metropolitan city sky map for environment. So double click on that and hit OK. Okay, so our plane is ready, so hit OK. So now we create a null object for that plane to control the plane. So create a null object for this and rename it. Hit enter and name it as plane. And now we animate the plane. So press P on the keyboard and hit a keyframe here, and maybe around, okay, that look nice. And go to the very end of the scene and also animate the plane like this. Maybe like this, that look nice. Okay, now see what the speed of the plane is. I think the speed is little slow, so maybe increase the speed. It's maybe we decrease here and increase the end value. Okay, the speed look nice. Okay, so now we create a camera. Go to the layer, new camera, and 50mm is looks good and hit OK. And now is the fun part. First we shift the plane little bit the right side like this, and now we animate our camera. So select the camera option here and press R on the keyboard and select the and make a keyframe here at the Y rotation here and keyframe, and go few frames and animate it like this. Let's see. Okay, maybe we shift the plane little bit more. Delete that. Make a keyframe here. Okay, so now we make change the keyframe property. So just click on that and keyframe assist, and in this case it will be the easy is out, and that one will be easy is E. Okay, so now we do some zoom. So in order to do this, we select the camera and press shift, hold shift and press double AA. So we bring the camera zoom property here. I hold shift because we also need those values in this menu, so I hold shift and just make a keyframe here, and then go further frame and zoom it. Zoom like this. Okay, so now go to around maybe 4.12 seconds here and hold that keyframe. So hit another keyframe with the same value, and then go over here and go over here and then zoom out it, or just copy that value in the beginning. So just copy it, Ctrl C and paste it, Ctrl B here, and also easy is those keyframe like this. So let's see what we get now. Okay, maybe if we increase that, maybe not. Okay, maybe we decrease the zoom a little bit more like this. Maybe it's too much, not that much. Okay, so our animation is little bit done. So now we do some rotation to the plane. So we're going to blow that engine, so the plane loses altitude from that side. So we have to rotate the plane likewise. So select the plane null object here, go press R at the keyboard and rotate the Z value like this. So like this. So first we set a keyframe here and then go to the very end and rotate it like this. So let's see. Okay, so now we need a environment. So in this case I'm going to use the same environment map that I use for the plane. So go to the element layer and go to the select scene setup. So I'm going to use a sphere to create those environments. So go to create and go to the sphere, and that will be our environment. So just drag it out from that group and paste it to the group number 2, and go to the material setup and go to the diffuse layer to the same material that I use for the environment, that is the metropolitan sky pack, and also go to this and copy that material and also paste it to the illumination channel like this, and also go to the setting tab here and go to the draw backface. Okay, and now we increase the scale. So go to the that model tab and increase the scale like this. Okay, so that will be our environment, but it get some shades here, so we don't want that. So go to the material setup also and increase the illumination like this. Okay, so that will be our environment, but we need little bit more buildings here because we it is the top view. So just go to the model and go to the UV mapping, just increase the repeat value here to the 2, so that look nice now, and hit OK. So our environment is ready, but we also need a control over the environment. So go to the group number 2 and create a null object for that. So that will be our environment. So increase the scale as well, like this. Okay, but now we do some force perspective here. So just rotate the environment, the x-axis, like this. So that gives us the feel that the plane comes from the top side and then go to the downside, but that we don't want. So when the plane just feel the viewport, then we rotate our environment. So just go the second frame and rotate it like this. So now like this. So let's see what we get. Okay, so for the timing, that's look nice. So now we do some camera shake here. So to do a camera shake, we not only just give the expression to the camera point of interest, but we do some extra work here. So go to the layer, new adjustment layer, and in that layer we gonna apply a effect called expression control slider control, and we not only need one, we need two. So duplicate it by pressing Ctrl D. So first we name it as frequency, and the next one we named it as pixel. Okay, so that slider represent the frequency of the shakiness, and that will represent the amount of the shakiness, that how much pixel it will shakes. So now we make little room here and also pop the effects here and also the camera. So just press hold alt in the keyboard and click on the point of interest, and we type a little expression. So that is wiggle and fast bracket, and now pick with the slider and then type comma and then also the slider for the pixels and shift in bracket. So our small expression is ready now, but it doesn't do anything because we didn't put any values yet. So go to the adjustment layer and put a value. That will be a very crazy number because I put a very high frequency value here. So that will be the 50 and the slider will be 2. So let's see what we get. So as you see, the shake is the frequency is very high, and okay, so but now we still need little bit more variation in this. So when it just passed the camera, we put a key marker here. At the very next frame we decrease the frequency maybe 5 and increase the slider maybe 50. Okay, so let's see like this. Maybe decrease the frequency maybe 2 and the slider maybe 100. Okay, and also we do some manual shake here. So for that we go to the camera rotation value, and then we go to the rotation for the X, make a keyframe here, and also increase that, as well as we also increase the Y like this, and then we reset the X-axis also, and little bit of Y-axis, and maybe the X-axis like this, and also easy is those keyframes, and also easy in, and also easy is those keyframe. And now let's see, but it is too fast. Maybe we delay the animation little bit. Okay, so now it looks little bit nice. Yes, so that is we're gonna get maybe okay. So our animation is ready. So let's see if we check the motion blur switch what we get. So get a quick ramp preview here. Well, our layer is not set to follow the motion blur, so now we get the motion blur. Well, we need the sample to be increased, so just select the element layer, go to the render setting, go to the motion blur tab and increase it 18, maybe good. So now ramp preview this. Okay, so that is what we get until now. So the animation looks incredible, but we still need another level of shakiness, that is the camera Z rotation shake. So in this case we just simply apply the wiggle expression here. So just hold Alt and click on the Z axis and type the same expression, that is the wiggle, and first bracket, second bracket, and just we put here a very little number here. So that will be the 5 comma maybe 10 comma 4. So maybe that is too much, so just decrease the frequency little bit, maybe 5 or so. Let's see. Okay, so let's see. Wow, that looks nice, I guess. So just take a look this. Okay, the speed, the momentum is so matched here. I mean the actual video that I create that I made, it also look better than this, I guess, because just see the momentum. Wow, I am impressed, really. I am impressed for that animation. Wow. So our plane animation is ready. So now we need the smoke to burn the engine. So for this we need image to represent the smoke. So in this case I'm going to use that smoke image here, and also we need a light to emit the smoke. So in this case I'm going to use the point light and the color something like this and hit OK. And we don't want the cast shadow and just hit OK. So now we have to place the light at the and that engine. Okay, so just go here and now we can see the engine on the back side. So select the element layer and go to the utility tab and select that position and click on generate. So it will create a null object that represents that position. So now we place the light at the same position. So just copy those data from the null object position. So just select, copy, Ctrl C and paste Ctrl V here, and copy, paste, and copy and paste. Okay, so light is there. So now we delete this, the null object that we created earlier. We don't want that. But now we change the light name as well. So hit enter and name it as emitter. That will emit the smoke. And we also link the light to the plane null object. Okay, so now we create a new solid that will be our smoke and hit OK and go over the effect and presets panel and find the trap code particular. Okay, so that will be our particle system. And now we go to the emitter layer, go to point to follow the light, above the surface like this. Okay, but now we need some changes to the velocity. So the velocity may be 20, velocity randomness 0, velocity distribution 0, and also the velocity from motion is the negative value, that will be maybe -12 or so. And now emitter size, that is XYZ is linked, we need it individual, so just decrease it to 10 maybe. So that will be a smoke. Okay, so now we replace those spare to the image that we assigned earlier. So in order to do this, we go to the particle and go to the particle type to change it to sprite colorize, and go to the texture and go to the layer and select that smoke image here. So now it will emit the smoke, and also increase the particle count little bit and increase the life of the particle, that is maybe 5 seconds, and also increase the size like this. Maybe we decrease the velocity little bit, maybe 10 or so. And now we increase the size randomness little bit and decrease the opacity and increase the randomness. Okay, and now go to the rotation value also and increase the random rotation little bit, not much. Okay, So now let's see what we get. Oh my god, we're already getting there. Okay, so our scene is almost ready, I guess. But now in that case the smoke is over the plane, but we need it behind the plane. So in order to do this we need a matte layer for this. So just duplicate the element layer here, duplicate it, and for that layer we go to the output and we change the show composite to world position pass like this, and set it to maybe, let's see when we get, increase that, maybe we disable the smoke layer for now. Okay, like this, and that will be our matte layer. But in order to stay the world position pass when the plane moves, we need to create a null object for this. So create a world position null, that will be the world position null, and we also linked it to the plane movement. So just link with the plane. So now it stick with the plane like this. Not like we don't want that, but that will not affect for now. But when it passes the camera we need to change it. So go over there and go to the invert from back side like this. So now if we place it over the smoke, and now go to the smoke matte setting here, go to the luma matte, inverted. So let's see what we get now. Okay, so we think we get it right, but we still need some adjustment to the smoke. So go over the size over live panel here and go to the presets and select that one, but we need a little bit adjustment for this like this. Okay, and also go to the opacity over live and also change that to like this. Okay, so that look nice. Maybe we decrease the end size value also. Maybe we delete that marker like this. Okay, so our smoke trails also ready, but we increase the time also, so maybe to 8 seconds or so, maybe 10 seconds. So our primary smoke is almost ready, but we saw something that when you go there we loses the smoke, so we need to change it. So at the size over life, the initial size will be, so initial size will be, not just delete that marker, increase the initial size little bit. Okay, so now we get the smoke, right? Okay, so now our primary smoke is ready, but we need to change the color also. So in order to change the color, we go to the color, set it to color over live, and go to the color over live and change it to like this. Okay, maybe we darken it little bit more. Okay, maybe not that much dark at the end, so just make it a bit gray, maybe a little bit more light gray. Okay, and the initial color also change to grayish. Maybe do some experiment like this. Let's see what we have. Maybe that look nice for now. And now we also duplicate the primary smoke layer to create a secondary smoke layer. So just copy those matte layer and the smoke layer and duplicate it, and that will be our smoke pass low. So maybe name it as smoke low. And now go to the particle settings here and make it the opacity very low for this, and also increase the size. And if let's see what we get if we set it to screen mode, or maybe end mode. Not good. Maybe okay, that look nice. So that is the experiment that we gonna do while set up the smoke until we get the right settings. So maybe make it little light. Okay, so I think that looks better for now. Now go to the smoke high and go to the shading layer here, and maybe we off the shading will be on, and tweak the settings little bit. Let's see what we get if we change this, and also do the same for the secondary particle system also. And if we see, okay, so that look nice, but we get the smoke but we didn't get the fire yet. So for this I am going to use optical flare. So for this we need a solid for this, so go to the new layer, new solid, and that will be our fire. So hit OK and go over the effect and preset panel here, go to the Videocopilot. Oh sorry, select the element. So go to the optical flare and go to the option here and clear all and just select that one. Okay, and also change the color to like warmish like color. Okay, and hit OK. And for this we're going to use track light, but we don't want to that it also follows the light intensity, so we don't want that, so just uncheck use light intensity and also set it to additive mode. Okay, and then we decrease maybe decrease the scale or increase the brightness here, decrease the scale. So let's see, maybe we also make a mat for the fire also, so just duplicate the world position pass here and place above the fire and also set to luma mat inverted, and then see we get this. Okay, so now also change the flickering for the optical flare layer, just increase it to its maximum level and also uh, set this set the motion blur switch also. So now we also decrease the brightness a little bit, and for this maybe we hide all the guide layers, so just Ctrl Shift and H to hide them, and when it goes beyond the horizon we need to increase the intensity of the light as well, so make a keyframe here at that timeline and go to the very end and also increase the brightness as well as the scale, not much but little. Okay, and also change the smoke glow to add mode, not add with lighting. Maybe screen not look right. So let's see what we get. So we get this. Not look right. The flickering is too much, so we need to decrease this. And maybe also okay, so now we need some fire inside the engine. So in order to do this, go to the element layer, go to the scene setup, and we need a fire inside this. So for this we need a fire texture, so just go over the project panel. I use that video from Videocopilot Action Essential Pack, and I'm going to use this and just drag it to a new composition, and also change the composition settings here, so just decrease it. So we just need the fire portion only, like this. Okay, go to the main project layer and drag that composition to that to our main composition, and turn off the visibility and go to the element layer and go to the custom layer, custom texture map. We use that video for our texture. So go to the scene setup again and create a sphere for this, and for this we going to use that texture to the sphere and also to the illumination channel also. And now we go to the UV mapping, increase the UV repeat to maybe 4, and also decrease the scale, maybe only decrease the scale for the sphere. So decrease the scale and place it inside the engineer like this. Okay, go to the perspective and also decrease the scale like this. Okay, and also change the map position also like this. Maybe we okay, so that look nice for now. And also increase the illumination for the intensity. Okay, and it okay, and go to the render setting and go to the glow, just enable the glow and also increase the radius and decrease the intensity. Okay, so our scene is almost ready, but we still need some sparks in here. So for this we also use the smoke layer also. So now duplicate it one more time and place it above the all smoke layer, and we name it as sparks. Go to the particle settings here, change it to cloudlet, just see this, and increase the opacity, decrease the opacity randomness, decrease the size maybe 1, and also increase the velocity for this maybe 20 or so, and go to the cloudlet feather to decrease it. Okay, and also increase the velocity for motion for this little bit, not much, and also decrease the size to maybe 0.5, and go to the, maybe we change the initial color to something warm color here, and also the end color also something like this. Okay, and maybe we make it more light, and for this we're going to use a glow effect on it. So go to the effect, stylize glow, and maybe we change the color A and change the color B as well, and to original color to AB color, and maybe the intensity for this. and also turn on the motion blur switch for this. Okay, and to make it more random, go to the physics, go to the air, go to the turbulent field and increase the effect position. So let's see what our sparks look like. Okay, so that is our spark. So combine them all, and also if we change the blending mode to screen, or maybe add, but it is too much, so we need to decrease the particle count for it. Okay, and for that time we don't want this, so we just want the sparks after it passes the camera at that position. So we just turn on after this. So just trim the sparks layer, and there we will go. So sparks is also ready, and now we need to create the pyro smoke here. So for this we also duplicate the smoke layer one more time. Let's duplicate it, and for that one we need the position. So we need that position values. So go to the element layer and go to the utility tab again, and for this time we select that point and generate. But we need to turn on all the guide layers, so just Ctrl Shift H again, and that will be the guide layer for this. And we need another light to create those smoke. So new light, that will be our pyro effect, so name it as P, and that will be a point light as well, and this time we use the white color here and hit OK. And now for this need the light and change the position as well. So place it at the top and copy those values to the light, copy, paste, copy, then paste. Okay, so our light is placed there. Need our light to link with the plane as well. So now we do all the settings that we made earlier. So for this we change the particles per second modifier to none, and then we reset all of this, maybe like this, and go to the color over life to set it to at start, and go to the shading tab here, turn off this, and then we go to the size, we decrease the size maybe to Okay, let's see what we get. Maybe we decrease the velocity as well, maybe 5 or so, and emitter size also decrease it to 2, 2 and 2 also. Okay, maybe increase the particle count a little bit, and okay, so our scene is almost ready. So maybe we change the blending mode for the smoke low to maybe normal as well. Maybe we decrease the velocity for the pyro smoke. So decrease the velocity to 0, and also decrease the opacity. And everything is nice for now. So let's see what we get. Or maybe we decrease the environment light, that is too high, so go to the environment setup. Go to the sphere and decrease the brightness a little bit. Okay. And hit OK. So make it to half raise and start turn on the motion blur switch here, and also we turn on all the motion blur switch for now. So let's see what we get. Okay, so we get something like this until now. Maybe the shape is a little bit too much, I guess. So we need to decrease the shakiness of the camera. Maybe that is too much high. Let me change it to 2 and change it to 2 as well. Okay. And also we decrease the opacity for the pyro effect. So go to the smoke high and also decrease the opacity. Like this. Okay. And also decrease the fire glow here. So go to the key marker that we made and also decrease the brightness, and also decrease the black color here for the smoke high. Go to the particles and decrease the color. This, or maybe we let's go to the startup color. Is that the smoke high? If we turn off that, okay, and go to the smoke low and also decrease the color and also decrease the count, and go to the opacity, make it very less opaque, and also go to the shadow shading settings here. You just turn off this, get this, but for the smoke high we also change the smoke color, maybe like this. Okay, so now we getting something, or maybe go to the opacity over live and make it less opaque over time. Go to the smoke low. That is all depends upon your choice, because we need so much adjustment to make it right. So, and in original video I took 2 days almost to make it right. So just give you the idea how to set up the scene, and then you can tweak the settings for this, and you will get a better result. So I just type to create. So for now that look nice, and also we increase the fire speed and the amount, and also increase the brightness here. So let's see what we get without the motion blur switch here. Okay, so let's see what we get. Okay, so that is the scene. So at post-production you can do some color correction for this, but the main thing is that the camera movement and the shakiness and how I create those smokes. And you can also do some little bit changes to the smoke properties to make it more right, or maybe we just to change something to this pyro effect to make it right. But I think that going to be a very long tutorial, but I think you get the idea how I create this. So maybe we can do more changes for this, but it looks already nice. So I think I hope you get the idea. So that's it for today, and I hope you liked it. If you like these videos, you can go check my other tutorials on my channel. So that is for today guys, and we will see in the next video. So take care, bye bye.